As it turns out, I'm way overdue for making another video for all you folks out there on YouTube who watch and are subscribed to my channel. Got a bit of a project here, good old Lakewood all-metal box fan that I got to work on. It's seen some better days. Went under in a basement flood, needs to be cleaned up and oiled. Need to fix this too, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about something the keykeeper and I have been busy with over at this house that I bought. You've seen this in some of the videos, and you've actually seen a little bit of the interior of it in our milkshake video. We actually filmed that down in the living room. Anyway, as it turns out, I bought these two lots in the house about 3.5 years ago. And really, the way it worked out, the house was a freebie and the lots are what I paid for. So, the house had been falling into disrepair for some time. There's an old man lived here, and he became unable to take care of the place one day. So it's definitely seen some better days. Nobody's living here. It's not really livable. There's no running water, but as you can see, there is electricity on in the place. And the heat and air conditioning both work. So what I've been doing with it in the meantime is just using it as kind of a climate-controlled storage area for computers and bits and pieces and stuff like that. And it's kind of a mess. I need to pick it up. But one thing that's come up in this house, almost since the day I bought it, there have been squirrels living in the roof of the outer two rooms. Those two rooms over there past that door that's propped up. That's one lower floor bedroom, and the room right next to it is the kitchen. Anyway, there have been squirrels living up there. There's never been anything in on this floor that I know of, but there has been stuff get in the upstairs. So I came up with an idea, and the keykeeper and I got together and set it up, and I'm going to tell you about what we did. Okay, now I'm upstairs in the Roach Palace. And by the way, the Roach Palace earned that name because when I bought it, that's what it was full of. But then the keykeeper and I, we bug-bombed the daylights out of it. Well, the first problem that we ever ran into shortly after I bought the place, and I don't have very much up here. I'm just trying to air it out there a little bit and stuff like that. But the first problem I ran into is I had some stuff up here, and this is a hole that leads to the ceiling of the kitchen where the squirrels are. Well, it didn't take the squirrels too long to figure out that they could get into the rest of the upstairs here and make a mess. That's exactly what they did. They had a good old-fashioned party in this room. Well, I wanted to get them out of here. I want to know what I was dealing with. A couple of years went by, and I kind of barricaded them out of the place with these pieces of scrap paneling. And they even got past that to a certain extent. They're pretty smart. And I think there were also raccoons in here. Well, a couple weeks ago, I went over to my friendly neighborhood Radio Shack, and I found this cute-looking little security camera, which Radio Shack says, sees in color during the day. It uses infrared to see at night, and it has a microphone in it so it can record sound. Well, it's $30 on sale, so I figured why not. I soon found out why not. I went through 3 of them trying to get one that worked, and even this one, which seems to work okay during the day, doesn't see a thing at night unless I leave the light bulbs on. But for the first couple of weeks, I was recording this, and I never caught anything except the light bulbs in the ceiling fan burning out. But then, a computer store in the area that I do a fair amount of business with had some of these babies sitting around. And this is a lot more industrial strength of a camera here. As you can see, all those little clear things in there, those are infrared LEDs. And this thing, not only is it ready for use in the outdoors, but it can also see in pitch blackness, as the keykeeper and I found out. Of course, with those cameras, you need something to record them, and I decided that the best approach, since this room can be shut off from the rest of the upstairs, and therefore most animals kept out of here, if not all of them, I decided that the best thing to do would be to set up a computer video recorder. Now, I had some experience with this in my job, so I went out and I found a secondhand AverMedia 4Eyes Pro digital video recorder capture card for use with security cameras. And this is what it sees. We've got this monitor here, and this is a computer that was given to me with a blown power supply and motherboard. I rebuilt it from the ground up using just a generic motherboard and a Pentium 4 processor. But this is what the cameras see. This is the Radio Shack camera in the animal room, and this is the camera out in the hallway. And it's kind of a cool setup because not only does this sit and record all the time, you can see there's a camcorder down there that turns on recording, but it also has a built-in web server. And the web server, I have wireless connectivity between this house and the house that I'm actually living in next door, and I can actually see what's going on. Of course, it's got a playback utility on it where you can punch up a time and see what was going on at that time of the day or night. And it's got a little bar down here at the bottom of the screen that shows you where the software felt that it detected motion. So this is really a pretty cool setup, and with any kind of luck, maybe I'll bring you some video in the near future of what, if any, animals I find wandering around up here. So until then, stay tuned.